Hey guys, so this is a fun little experiment. It tests a few different things about your pads. You can test the wicking speed of your topper fabric, the absorbency of the actual core, and the waterproofing. So I think this is a fun way to do it. And I do it for a few different pads at a time. So this one is a fleece back, no PUL, and a zorb core with a cotton woven top. Cotton woven, zorb core, and a laminated minky back. And this one is a minky top, denim back with a hidden PUL layer. And this is a regular, and probably also a regular. I made this one, which is why it's one of the first pads I made, so it's a little bit dodgy here, and you know, it's not perfect compared to my beautiful ones from Rebecca. So I'm going to use just plain tap water that is a little bit warmer than room temperature. The reason you don't want to use cold water is we don't bleed cold blood. It is also important to remember that blood is thicker than water in this case. And so because of that, this isn't going to be completely accurate, but it is a good guide. You can either use a spoon just to put a little bit on, probably about a teaspoon at a time, or I have a little pipette thing that I'm going to use. So what we're going to do is get a little bit of the water and slowly dribble it onto the core of the pad. If you tend to bleed at the front or the back, do it in those areas, but for the sake of just for the experiment, I'm just going to do it in the middle. Another thing is I'm going to fold my wings in because that's how I'm going to wear them, so that's how I'm going to test them. So I'll snap that in. I'm a little bit wobbly because I'm trying to do everything with just one hand where I usually would use two. So I'll just snap these ones in quickly. Alright, so I've got my 3 pads here ready to go. Again, I'm going to use the pipette for this. So I'm just going to get a bit of water. I've got 2 ml in there. And what I'm going to do is just slowly drip it out onto the pad. And then just rest my hand on the top. This will mimic your body pressing against the pad. And you just wait a little bit and you can see there's still a tiny bit sitting on top. Oh, and it's just wicked in then. So you can see that it's still wet to the touch, but it's all soaked in. Alright, and I'll do the next one. I'm just going to do the same. And this is the reason I do prefer cotton woven, is that has just sucked up 2 ml right away without even applying any pressure. Alright, and I'll do my last one. Oh, got a bit too much water in that one. Alright, and here we go. We'll see this one's beading a little bit, but again, it's just whipped it straight away. So I barely even need to rest my hand on that one. So these 2 have soaked in straight away. This one took a little bit, but Minky will suck it up very fast. The reason that it beads on top is because there's no pressure right away. If there is pressure on it right away, as it will be while you're wearing it, it won't bead on top. It'll just soak straight in. So there are a few important things to remember, like this is kind of just for fun. Alright, now to check the waterproofing. Flip it over, and you can see nothing's coming through the back. And again, oh, hold on, I'm not very proficient with my right hand. Sorry. Again, nothing through the back. I'm so sorry. And once again, this one doesn't have PUL, and again, it hasn't leaked at all. So you could go again and again. I'll use my pretty star pad and just keep on applying. And if you keep track on how much you put in, you can see how much water it will hold before it starts to leak. But as I said, remember, blood and water behave very differently. So this has had about 15 ml put on it already, which is, you know, fairly decent for a little regular. And it's just wicking away straight away. Again, nothing coming through the back. If you put something down behind it, like a piece of paper towel or a cloth, you'll be able to see. So you'd be able to see the little dots of, oh, that's a bit dirty, isn't it? Be able to see the dots of any water that comes through. So that's a little bit of fun for you. I'd love to see some results of you guys testing some of your favorite pads, and let me know how you go. Just remember that, you know, it is more of an art than a science, being so different between water and blood, but you know, it's a good general guide. All right, let me know if you want to see any more videos, what you'd like to see them about, and give me a thumbs up if you liked my long and shaky video. See you guys.